Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. In this episode we are working on the steering system. I want to change out the stock and that's what we're gonna do, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so today we're working on this system right here. So I got this stock steering column or whatever it is, but the problem is, since I got all that wiring from the Audi, I figured I might as well swap my whole steering column, because this thing has all my turn signals, wiper blades, ignition. So I took this one off the other car, and the idea is to take apart the other one and weld in this piece, and this piece goes right in the back side into it. And this is just the parts one. This is from the yellow Audi, so this is how it goes, like this. And so you got this whole motion, and it's fully, well, it's adjustable, so if I got somebody, probably never, but if somebody ever decides to drive in, they need to tilt the steering and raise it, lower it, pull it forward, it's possible. With this thing, it's not possible. They had it one setting and that's it. You just got one tube and a straight line going through. So the idea is to redo this so I can have fully functional adjustable steering column. And yeah, so I'm gonna take that one apart, take it out, and basically all I have to do is so this is my stock steering column, and all I have to do is make some brackets, maybe even use the stock one, but I gotta get rid of this and have this go right there. And we're gonna go with like same height or same length, so I'm gonna have to cut these brackets out, weld in some new brackets, and have this thing fit. And so for me, I got pretty long legs, and it's a pretty small car, so a lot of times the issue I run into, the steering wheel, the way I like to lay in my car when I drive, my legs reach but my arms don't, so I can bring it out a little bit more, and yeah, so I'm gonna start with taking all that apart and then start making brackets, and then yeah, so let's take it apart and I'll show you what I'm planning to do next with the shaft. Alright, so I took this thing off, it's just a tube. And then here's the other shaft. This goes to the steering, and this goes to the wheel. So I cut all this off, and this thing needs to go in like this. Alright guys, so what I thought about was, I'm going to take this pretty thick, it's not thickest, but it's pretty thick. So I'm going to take this metal, I'm going to cut out a plate that's going to go right here. I'm gonna measure off whatever size this is, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it off, and I'm gonna take 4 bolts, drill 4 holes, bolt through it, weld all the way around it, and then I'm gonna take this, then I'll take the plate and measure where I need it, and I'm gonna weld it onto here. And then right here, I'm gonna add more support brackets all around, and then that will complete my steering for that part. This is what I got. Got 4 bolts, and I'm gonna go ahead and weld all the way around. The back ones I don't, there's plenty of space, but the front ones I'm gonna weld around and try to cut it down a little bit lower, so it's like, just take this head off. So I'm gonna weld all around the bottom side and then take off this head, grind it off. But on the back ones there's plenty of space, it's not getting in the way. This part's gonna hit the plate and we want it a little lower than that. Alright guys, so got all welded up and that's what it looks like. It's hot. 1 second. Alright, so this is the plate. So the idea is put it right here like this somehow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure it off, see where I need it, where these 2 bolts are, see how they're hitting the spot. I'm gonna drill around it and then I'm gonna weld it in. So yeah, first I gotta measure it off where it needs to go and then continue on. Alright guys, so I put these on clamps for now, but I have to test out how it sits. So to get perfect testing fitting, I'm gonna have to get a seat for here. And some of you guys, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know what seats I got. But anyway, that's my seats over there. I got some bucket seats, so I'm gonna take one out and I'm gonna put it in here, grab the steering wheel, and then start playing with it, see how I want it. And it looks like I might have to get rid of this bracket and redo one because it's a little low. But I don't want to weld anything in until I know for sure that it fits good. So I'm gonna pull that seat out really quick and then put it in and then see how it works. All right, so I got the seat. I'm gonna leave the plastic on so they don't get dirty. But that's kind of how it looks like. I gotta push it back just a little bit. But for the most part it feels all right. The feeling is I mean, it's still on cramps, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I like it. I got really long legs, so for me it's important to like so I'm sitting right here and like my knees are bent and I move the seat back, and when it feels good. I like it. The only thing is it's like Yeah, so it looks good. Yeah, looks good. I like it. I'm gonna tweak around with it a little bit more, and then get it all welded in. But for the most part, this is gonna be one fun ride. Definitely liking the new steering wheel setup, because all my buttons are gonna be working properly. I'll probably get rid of the steering wheel, get something like a quick release so I can get my feet out of here. But for the most part, I got enough room for my leg for the gas pedal. It's definitely tight, but it works. And then all this feels good. I'm gonna have to bring out the dash a little bit more. Well, I gotta make a custom dash, so it's gonna be a little something different, because the dash is way up here on regular cars, but since I'm pretty tall, I'm gonna modify everything so it actually fits per my size. If somebody else gets in here, they're probably gonna have a hard time driving, which is all right, because I'm not gonna let anybody drive it. But for the most part, it's not bad. All right, so I got this tacked in, just a few spots for now. So far it looks good. I got my seat, my steering wheel, and now I gotta do a custom shaft. So I got this 3-point or 2-point, whatever they call it, and what I need to do is take this, measure it, cut it, and weld that end to this end and make one piece out of it. So that's what I gotta do next. And then but before I do that, I have to make sure it's all connected. So I gotta go get my drive shaft or steering shaft, whatever you call it, and connect it all. Alright, so before I can cut that, I need to put this drive shaft on, or steering column, whatever you call it. I cleaned it up, I give it a nice spray job, and I got my steering linkage right here, the bushings, and the main shaft. So what I gotta do is install all that, and then install that, measure where I want to cut, and then cut it. Alright, so I measured off the distance and I need about 5 inches. So it's only like this much off the original. And the idea is to basically tap this like this. So I'm gonna measure off 5 inches, cut it, and then figure out somehow, maybe just weld it on or figure out some way to connect it. Alright guys, check it out. So I got this whole thing welded on, and that's how it's gonna look. So I'm gonna go install it and see if it works. I had to remove my water pump because this thing hits, and I knew it was gonna hit. It has to come out anyway because I have to rebuild that whole thing because I am going electric. So I got my electric water pump right here. This is what it looks like. So in order to make this work, I have to redo this whole thing. So, but that's next episode. Anyway, I connected my drive shaft, connected it right there also, bolted down, and that's what it looks like. So we got perfect clearance, it spins, it does what it's supposed to do, and it's fully adjustable. So I got no bolt, my steering wheel just pops off, but the whole point is so you can pull the whole steering wheel forward, and you can also tilt it or lower it. I mean, so if you want to lower, you can lower it, but that's it. I mean, well, I still gotta weld all this stuff in because it's all tacked in yet still, but for the most part the whole thing is done. I'm gonna have my steering wheel, I'm gonna have all my buttons right here, and the cluster right here. I reached the pedals good. I still gotta weld in the seat, so I'm gonna weld it in just a little bit closer, but for the most part, that is it for the steering wheel. So check it out. I mean, oh, I don't have the other one here. But yeah, so I like this setup a little bit more than my last setup because it's adjustable. I'm gonna have my ignition, my key, my buttons, my windshield wipers, turn signals, everything right here. So I don't have to rewire this thing right here. So this is the original stock 944 ignition key and blinkers and windshield wipers. To make this work, I had to pretty much rewire everything, but this is the original from the Audi, and it has like more crap, but so I don't have to rewire any of this because I just redid my steering wheel. And the other reason, what's nice, like right here, we got that one's just for parts, but this is the one I'm going to be using. So I got all my buttons right here, switches, my ignition, key, everything. And this thing looks a little bit better than the original wheel. And so definitely like the design of that. Definitely like my work here. Just gonna have to go in, weld the rest of that in. I'm gonna build some plates right here so it goes up and gets all this welded in. I'm gonna unbolt this, take it off, and then weld it all in, all around here on the bottom and all that good stuff. Alright guys, so I got a bracket right here extra welded on, and I also welded another bracket on that side and all the way around and on the insides also. So that is done. Now I'm gonna take this one and plug it in and see how it looks. Alright guys, check it out. This thing is done. It's gonna be a Porsche powered, Audi powered Porsche. Kinda like that steering wheel. But anyway, steering wheel's done. All of it works, spins. So it looks on this side. Steering. So all I'm missing is new tie rods. All I'm missing is some tie rods, which are in the mail. Hopefully they'll come sometime soon. But for the most part, the steering wheel's done. So now I can mount these seats, knowing exactly how far I need them back, how far forward, and that's gonna be in the next episode, because we're just focusing on that today. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Alright guys, that is it for this episode. Quick update. I am very busy this month and last month, and I'm having a hard time finding time to edit because I signed up for another project to do, which is not mine. I'm just doing some work on somebody else's stuff, and it's taking longer than I need and want to, but it needs to be done because that's what's gonna sponsor my next part of this build, since I don't have any sponsors, and that's gonna be a while. But so yeah, I'm actually filming the whole process of working on the other stuff, and it's not a car, it's not a boat, and it's bigger than my shop. So if you guys want to guess what that is, comment down below, and if you want to see what it is, make sure you subscribe, and hopefully I'll come out with a new video on that part soon. I'm cut up with editing the 944 videos. This was my last video that I filmed a month ago, so I haven't actually been in the shop for over a month now because no time, as fortunately as that is. I'm working hard to wrap up this project, wrap up some other stuff, and I'm actually gonna have some more time to work on this build, and I've been ordering a lot of stuff I need for my next process, and it's gonna be interesting, never done before, just like everything else on this build. But that's a whole different story. So if you guys want to see that, we're gonna release some content on that later once I find the time. But in the meantime, if you guys don't see any videos coming out, they'll be coming out. I got about 4 or 5 videos to edit on the other build I'm doing, or project, or whatever you want to call it. I just call it a job, so get it in, get it done, get it out, you know. But yeah, so basically our steering's done. Next process, I'm gonna have to get my seats welded in. I got those nice brand new bucket seats, and so that's in the future episodes. But in the meantime, I'm still figuring out I'm waiting until I have time to figure out my wiring, and that's a whole different story. I didn't get it running for 5 seconds, and then, as many of you guys know, Audis have electrical wiring issues, and That's gonna be a whole different episode too. I'm almost done figuring it out. I just have to figure out some other stuff. But anyway, that is it for this episode. If you guys liked it, make sure you let me know down below. If you guys want to see more, make sure you subscribe, comment, share, and we will be back hopefully shortly with new episodes. And have a great day, and we'll see you next time.